You might think that in a modern household, a Rhodesian Ridgeback would leave behind its hunting instincts, but think again. Every single day, I'm reminded that my Ridgeback still believes he's out in the wild, tracking prey and standing his ground like the fearless lion hunters his ancestors once were. The way he moves, the way he observes his surroundings, and the way he reacts to sudden changes, everything about him screams, hunter. It's in his DNA, ingrained in every muscle, every movement, every calculated decision he makes. He's not just another dog in a backyard. He's a natural-born predator, bred for centuries to think, react, and survive in the most extreme conditions. And that's where many new Ridgeback owners get caught off guard. They assume they're bringing home just another large, athletic dog, one that might need a little extra exercise and training, but nothing too extreme. What they don't realize is that this breed carries a history unlike any other. Originally developed in Africa, they weren't just used for hunting, they were specifically bred to track and confront lions. Yes, actual lions. Imagine the level of courage, intelligence, and strategic thinking it takes for a dog to hold its ground against one of nature's most fearsome predators. That's not just a skill you can train out of them, it's an instinct, passed down through generations. And if you bring one into your home, you'll quickly realize that this isn't just a dog, it's an athlete, a strategist, and a warrior all wrapped into one. One of the first things you'll notice about a Ridgeback is how they assess their environment. Unlike some breeds that rush headfirst into everything, Ridgebacks are thinkers. My dog will scan an area before stepping into it, carefully observing anything that moves. If something feels off to him, he won't charge at it like a Malinois or bark like a German Shepherd. He will stand tall, completely still, and wait. It's an eerie kind of confidence, like he knows he can handle whatever comes next. And this is where many new owners make their first mistake. They assume that because the Ridgeback isn't reacting immediately, he's being calm or lazy. But in reality, he's calculating his next move. He's reading the situation, assessing whether it's a real threat or not. And when he does react, it's fast, powerful, and precise. There's no wasted energy, no unnecessary aggression, just pure, instinctive efficiency. Most people expect their Ridgeback to behave like a typical pet, responsive, eager to please, and looking for direction. But here's where the challenge comes in. Ridgebacks are independent thinkers. Unlike breeds that rely on human guidance for every command, Ridgebacks will make decisions for themselves. This can be frustrating for owners who are used to obedient, people-pleasing dogs. If a Ridgeback doesn't see the point in a command, they won't obey just for the sake of it. It's not disobedience, it's intelligence. They were bred to make split-second decisions in high-pressure situations, and that trait hasn't disappeared. This means that as an owner, you have to earn their respect. You can't just demand obedience, you have to prove that your leadership is worth following. And if you're not prepared to work with that level of independence, you'll struggle to form a strong bond with your Ridgeback. Owning a Ridgeback isn't just about giving them enough exercise, it's about engaging their mind. This is where many owners get caught off guard. Daily walks and a game of fetch won't be enough. These dogs need structured activities that challenge their problem-solving abilities. Whether it's scent tracking, agility training, or even obstacle courses, they thrive on activities that make them think. And if they don't get that stimulation, they'll find their own ways to entertain themselves, and trust me, you won't like what they come up with. Imagine coming home to chewed-up furniture, destroyed garden beds, or a dog that's figured out how to open doors and cabinets just for the fun of it. A bored Ridgeback is a destructive Ridgeback, and if you don't challenge them, they will find their own ways to burn off that energy. But let's not forget one of the most important aspects of Ridgeback ownership, their protective nature. My Ridgeback doesn't just see himself as part of my household, he sees himself as my guardian. And while he's not an aggressive dog, he has an unshakable sense of duty when it comes to keeping me safe. If someone approaches the house, he doesn't bark like crazy, he simply places himself between me and the potential threat. If I'm out walking at night, he naturally positions himself in a way that allows him to monitor everything around us. This isn't something I trained him to do, it's instinct. Ridgebacks don't need to be taught to protect, they were born for it. They have an innate understanding of who belongs in their pack and who doesn't. And when they decide that someone is a threat, they don't react with unnecessary aggression, they respond with quiet, calculated dominance. But for all their toughness, Ridgebacks also have a deeply affectionate side. When they bond with their owner, that bond is unbreakable. They are not clingy dogs, but they are incredibly loyal. My Ridgeback knows when I'm stressed, when I'm feeling down, and when I just need him close by. He's not the type to demand attention, but he'll always be there, watching, waiting, ready to offer companionship in his own quiet way. He doesn't need constant petting or reassurance. He simply wants to be near, to be part of your world, to know that his presence is valued. This balance between independence and loyalty is what makes them such extraordinary pets, if you're the right kind of owner. Here's what most people don't realize. Ridgebacks are not for everyone. They are not the type of dog you get because you want a big, impressive-looking pet. They are not the type of dog that will automatically obey every command. And they are definitely not the type of dog that will be content with a sedentary lifestyle. If you want a Ridgeback, you need to be ready to challenge them, to respect their intelligence, and to be a firm but fair leader. Because if you don't, you're going to have a very difficult time managing their strong will and instincts. But if you are up for the challenge, the rewards are beyond anything you could imagine. A Rhodesian Ridgeback isn't just a pet, it's a lifelong commitment, a bond unlike any other, and an experience that will shape you as much as you shape them. This is a breed that demands respect, patience, and consistency, but in return, it will give you something far greater: unwavering loyalty, fierce protection, and a companionship so deep it feels almost unbreakable. A properly trained Ridgeback doesn't just follow commands, they think, adapt, and anticipate. They learn your habits, your routines, even your emotions. They can sense when you're happy, when you're stressed, and when you need them close. They won't smother you with constant affection like some breeds, but they will always be there, watching, waiting, ready to step in when you need them most. They are natural protectors, not because they are aggressive, but because they instinctively know their role. They won't bark at every little noise or lunge at strangers without reason. Instead, they will quietly place themselves between you and any perceived threat, standing tall, confident, and completely in control. Their presence alone is often enough to deter trouble. And if the time ever comes where they need to act, they will do so without hesitation, with the same courage their ancestors used when facing down lions in the African wilderness. But make no mistake, this loyalty and protection don't come for free. Ridgebacks will test your patience. They will challenge your authority. They will push your limits, question your commands, and make you rethink everything you thought you knew about dog training. They are independent thinkers, not blind followers, and they need an owner who is both firm and fair, someone who can lead with confidence rather than force. If you try to dominate a Ridgeback without earning their respect, you'll find yourself locked in a battle of wills that you're unlikely to win. Yet, if you can meet their challenge, if you can be the kind of leader they trust and respect, the bond you will form is unlike anything else. A Ridgeback doesn't just love their owner, they commit to them fully. They become your shadow, your protector, your most loyal friend. They will walk by your side in every situation, never wavering, never questioning their place in your life. Their love is quiet but deep, their trust is earned but unshakable, and their companionship is something that few other breeds can match. Owning a Ridgeback is not for everyone. But for those who are up to the challenge, the reward is not just a dog, it's a guardian, a partner, and a lifelong companion who will stand by you through anything. So, do you think you have what it takes to own a Rhodesian Ridgeback? Let me know in the comments. Share your experiences or thoughts on this incredible breed. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to learn more about Ridgebacks or other extraordinary working dogs, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next video on advanced training techniques to unlock your dog's full potential.